Coming up on this edition of EuroPass, we take you to Vienna, Austria, where we'll explore the city and learn a little about Vienna's history and influence on Western art and culture. We'll also visit a unique festival that's designed to tantalize all of your senses, including your taste buds. All of this and more is coming up next on this edition of EuroPass. Welcome to EuroPass. I'm Petty Officer Kim Smith. Here on EuroPass, we bring you the best that Europe has to offer to help you make the most of your tour. One place you might want to visit while living overseas is one of Europe's largest and most historically influential cities, especially regarding the arts and culture, the beautiful city of Vienna.
Vienna is the capital of Austria and one of the largest cities in Europe. With an estimated population of more than 2 million people, this beautiful city, situated on the banks of the Danube River, is one of the most popular urban tourist destinations in Europe. Vienna is well known for its magnificent architecture.
Vienna has this wonderful Gothic cathedral, St. Stephen's, which has become the landmark for our city. But then you have the Baroque, like two imperial palaces, Schönbrunn and Hofburg. But you also have Art Nouveau buildings in abundance. So for architecture, you really have a good treat.
Visitors to Vienna will find sightseeing opportunities around every corner, where the old blends seamlessly with the new.
Spent most of my time really just walking around the inner city. There's a lot of really beautiful buildings, the Natural History Museum, Parliament, the university. Like almost everywhere I've been in Europe, lots of beautiful churches.
Getting around in Vienna is easy, thanks to the extensive public transportation system.
One thing I absolutely can recommend is you should ride the tram which goes around the Viennese city. If you take this tram ride, you are able to see the most important sites Vienna has to offer, like for example the Opera House, the Houses of Parliament, the most important museums, and of course the Hofburg. And it's only a 5-minute walk to the city center where you can visit St. Stephen's Cathedral.
Vienna is perhaps the most significant city historically regarding music.
We can say that no other city in the world has been home to so many of the great in music history. I'm speaking of Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn, and there is many, many more. That caused a lot of development in music history right here in Vienna.
It's possible on almost any evening to attend a concert to hear the great works of these musical icons in the places where they themselves had performed. Places like the Orangery in the Schönbrunn Palace, where Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and rival Italian composer Antonio Salieri once battled it out with song in an opera contest by order of the emperor.
It was very famous, this musical conflict, a musical duel between Mozart and Salieri. And for this reason, it's very, very famous, this building, this Orangery building. Mozart here, you have Beethoven here, you have Strauss here, and all the famous compositors they lived here in Vienna and they worked here in Vienna. For this reason, it's very, very important if somebody come to visit Vienna, they must visit the palace inside to see it's very, very old, very, very beautiful there. And then at the evening with one concert at the party of the palace for Angeli here.
If you love music, you're sure to love Vienna.
Every summer, Vienna hosts a unique festival in the heart of the city that demonstrates the city's passion and appreciation for the arts.
One of the highlights of summer, and an absolute must for visitors, is the annual film festival on the plaza in front of Vienna's beautiful city hall.
Every year for 65 days, this event takes place. Every night you have a show in that sense of either opera, ballet, some jazz performance. They also have a few pop live concerts which they show on the big screens. And yeah, basically cultural entertainment every evening.
Set out all of these chairs and there's kind of some bleacher seating, and so space for, I estimated maybe a couple thousand people to sit, and it's free. You just walk by, sit down, watch the show.
However, there's a lot more to this film festival than moonlight melodies on the silver screen. The festival is open every day as well, and the atmosphere gives visitors a true taste of the international and cosmopolitan flavor of Vienna. In fact, the musical movies here may actually play second fiddle to the cuisine.
Behind me you have 22 restaurateurs. They get chosen every year differently by the city of Vienna and by Do & Co, the company that runs this. And basically you try to cover as many cuisines as possible. You have everything from traditional Austrian cuisine to Greek, Indian cuisine, French, some American, some Asian in terms of dim sum and soba noodles. And yeah, basically covering a spectrum as wide as possible, or all tastes.
So there's the people that come and sit in the chairs and kind of watch the music quietly. And then there's a whole nother group of people that come and get dinner there at say 9:30 or 10 at night, around the time that the shows are starting, and just sit and drink and chat and eat their dinner. It's great because it's all outside and you can come and go as you want. But hands down my favorite part of Vienna. I think if I were to go there, I mean, given that it's free, if I were to live in Vienna, I think I'd go there 3 or 4 times a week. I mean, it was just wonderful.
So if you find yourself in Vienna during the summertime, be sure to grab a bite to eat and catch a film at the film festival.
That wraps up our show for this week. If you have a place you'd like to see us visit or a program you'd like to know more about, send us an email to europass@afn.dma.mil. To see this program again, log on to our website at afneurope.net or find us on Facebook. I'm Petty Officer Kim Smith, and we'll see you next time on EuroPass.